Hello, my name is Dori Koshelnik, and I've been a child psychologist for many years. I've developed a series of courses to inform and equip school bus drivers with the skills and knowledge to confidently handle the common misbehaviors that they may experience on their roads each day. Our newest module, ADHD 101, Understanding the Kids on Your School Bus, explores the lives of students diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. I break down what ADHD is in simple terms, explaining how it affects a student's brain, how symptoms might show up on a school bus, and what drivers can do to foster a positive and safe environment. I also address common misconceptions and focus on proven strategies that work with passengers of all ages. Through videos, scenarios, reflections, and quizzes, bus drivers gain the skills they need to build confidence, understanding, and empathy. I'd like to share a couple of videos found in the course. These examples offer a glimpse into the valuable content covered throughout the module. Did you know that your brain has a boss? Just like a company has a CEO, your brain's CEO is called executive functions. This brain boss helps you to plan, stay organized, manage your feelings, start tasks, and even control your impulses. If a student has a hard time with these functions, they might find it tricky to remember how to get to the bus with all the distractions around. On the bus, they could struggle to keep their stuff in order, or feel upset if they can't sit where they want. They might even hop from seat to seat because it's tough to sit still. These examples show how important our brain's boss is for handling everyday things, especially on a school bus. In people with ADHD, the parts of the brain that are impacted and help the boss do its job might be smaller, less developed, or less active. Plus, the boss might not communicate well with other brain areas. This means kids with ADHD can find it tougher to do some of the things that other kids can do easily. So when you have students on your bus, remember their brains are still developing, and a child with ADHD might have a boss that's not quite up to speed yet. Now think about a 6-year-old passenger. It's totally normal for them to need a little nudge to remember to sit down, right? Usually you can remind them once or twice, and they'll get the picture, they'll plop down and stay put. But a child with ADHD, well, their brain might be playing a different game. They might need that reminder again and again and again. And even if they sit down right away, it can be super tough for them to stay still. They might be fidgeting, bouncing like a little jumping bean, or wiggling all over the place. It's not that they're trying to be difficult. It's just that their brain's boss is having a hard time keeping things under control. As we talk about the brain, it's important to remember that individuals with ADHD have highly capable brains. Many have average or above average IQs and learning abilities. While their brains may be wired differently, never underestimate their potential. We'll explore this more as we continue through the course. In this next section, you'll hear a mock scenario that demonstrates what you may face when dealing with younger passengers with ADHD on your bus. Listen carefully to the words used and the solutions provided.
It's a typical weekday afternoon, and the school bus is filled with students heading home. The bus driver, Mr. Johnson, is experienced and has been driving this route for several years. Among the students is a young child named Alex, who has been diagnosed with ADHD. Alex is known for being energetic and occasionally impulsive. As the bus begins its journey, Mr. Johnson notices Alex becoming restless. Initially, Alex is seated but soon starts fidgeting and looking around the bus. Within a few minutes, Alex stands up and begins jumping from seat to seat, laughing and trying to engage other children in a game of tag. What would you do?
In this situation, Mr. Johnson is immediately and firmly going to say, "Alex, you need to sit down." Once Alex is sitting, he's going to calmly address Alex, linking this request back to safety. For instance, "Alex, one of the rules on the bus is to stay seated at all times when the bus is moving. This is the only way I can keep you all safe. Next, Mr. Johnson is going to focus on a way to prevent this from happening again. Recognizing that Alex may be bored, Mr. Johnson is going to ask one of his older students, whom he's already appointed to be one of his bus leaders, to offer Alex an activity from the Boredom Buster box. He's already going to ask this student to be sitting with Alex for the remainder of the trip and play with him. Before the next ride, Mr. Johnson is going to remind Alex that he needs to stay seated for safety and offer a new tool from the Boredom Buster box. Mr. Johnson knows that students with ADHD often need ongoing reminders, so he's going to use a bus leader to help provide these reminders. If this incident is ongoing, disruptive, or becomes a safety concern, Mr. Johnson is going to call the student's parents if this is protocol, or work with his supervisor to bring the concerns to the attention of the parents while the behavior is still in the early stages. As an added bonus, there are multiple principal downloads that bus drivers can utilize and refer back to as needed. And finally, as with all the other courses in the program, completion certificates are issued once the course is finished. I'm very excited about our third module, ADHD 101, Understanding the Kids on Your School Bus. I believe it offers the guidance and tools that drivers need to navigate today's fast-paced and complex environment. Investing in your driver's education will equip them with the necessary skills to perform their duties more effectively and efficiently. Don't miss out on the chance to empower your team and transform your school bus environment.